What's up, guys? Welcome to today's short sermon, and today's short sermon is on lukewarm Christians. So, first off, where does the saying lukewarm Christian come from? So, you can find that in Revelation 3, verses 15 and 16, where it says, I know all the things you do, that you are neither hot nor cold. I wish that you were one or the other. But since you are like lukewarm water, neither hot nor cold, I will spit you out of my mouth. So basically, you got to be for God or for the world. You can't be in between. And I heard it best like this is that there's two fields, right? God's field, which is good, and then the enemy's field, which is like bad of the world. And if someone's on the fence, right? They're on the fence. And then Satan comes, he's like, why are you on the fence? You have to pick one or the other. And he's like, well, that looks really bad, but like I don't want to get involved in this. So I kind of just will be on the fence. Well, Satan owns the fence. So you pick one or the other. Satan owns the fence. So, and you only have one throne, right? Stop trying to put God and sin on it. Put either God or sin on it. It's either you want God to be the center of your life, God to be the most important thing in your life, or sin is the most important thing in your life. You put sin ahead of God. So next I want to go into 1 Corinthians chapter 10, starting at verses 19, where it says, what am I trying to say? Am I saying that food offered to idols has some significance, or that idols are real gods? No, not at all. I'm saying that these sacrifices are offered to demons, not to God, and I don't want you to participate with demons. You cannot drink from the cup of the Lord and from the cup of demons too. You cannot eat at the Lord's table and at the table of demons too. What? Do we dare rouse the Lord's jealousy? Do you think we are stronger than he is? So, what Paul is saying to the church in Corinthians is we can't be serving God but then serve the world. We can't be serving God and then participate in the worldly activities, parties we shouldn't be going to, things we shouldn't be consuming, things we shouldn't be watching. We shouldn't be partaking of that if we say, well, I'm a Christian, but then you do all these things behind God's back. You wouldn't drink from a glass of water with a tablespoon of toilet water in it, right? You're ruining the perfect and the pure thing and just putting sin in it. You're doing the same thing with God. You're saying, oh, I'm a Christian. I serve God, right? You have all this goodness, but then you're just like, okay, let's just pour a bunch of sin into it. Next, Matthew 6, verses 24. It says, no one can serve two masters, for you hate one and love the other, or you will be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and be enslaved to money. Right? So what it's saying is you can't serve two people. If you chase two rabbits, you won't catch either of them. Right? You have to serve God wholeheartedly with everything that you have, not going, oh, I'll serve God on Sunday, maybe Saturday, maybe Wednesday. Serve Satan on the other days, right? Go to church, but then participate in the things of this world. You pick one or the other. It's God or the world. I would also like to go to Matthew 16, verses 24, where it says, then Jesus said to his disciples, if any of one of you wants to be my follower, you must give up your own way, take up your cross, and follow me. If you hang on to your life, you will lose it, but if you give up your life for my sake, you will save it. So, God's saying, Jesus is saying here, you have to give up your life. You have to, right? You don't own your life. Jesus bought it with his blood. It's his life. Christian means little Christ, right? So we're supposed to be a little Christ. We're supposed supposed to have Christ in us, and we're supposed to act like Christ, not like our past self, like our past being. So many people claim to know God, but deny Him by our actions. So many people that are Christians are more worldly than even people of the world. So many people are in a relationship to God, but not committed to it. So here's a quote from Charles Spurgeon. It says, "Lukewarmness is a way of saying, God, I believe in you, but you just don't excite me," right? God, I believe in you. I believe you exist. I believe you're the savior of the world, but I just don't really care. That's what lukewarmness is. So we need to be either on fire for God or in the world. So thank you for listening. Have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless.